On this episode of Trying Not to Sink, we leave Coinjock and head up the brown waters of the Virginia ICW. We pass through the Great Bridge and then tie up at Waterside Marina in Norfolk.
We are on the ICW heading up towards Norfolk, and we left Coinjock a few hours ago. We decided to take the Virginia cut again, obviously, as opposed to the dismal swamp. We had considered the swamp, but we've seen recent reports of a lot of duckweed in the water, and numerous obstacles to avoid, logs, things of that nature. And we thought, well, let's just stick to what we know on this trip. We'll take the Virginia cut. There is an abundance of beautiful scenery here along the way, and numerous bridges, and there's a lock. So it's an interesting trip. And we will probably stop off at, I think it's called the Waterfront in Norfolk. We're going to stay there. We were going to make the long trip out to Cape Charles, but it was going to be about a 9-hour run, and, well, we just didn't feel like doing a 9-hour run today. And this also gives us the ability to arrive in Cape Charles early tomorrow, maybe noon, 1 o'clock, and have a little bit more time to spend there. So we're looking forward to Norfolk, and we should be there maybe about 2, 3, 4 hours from now, something like that. Let's see. It's 3 hours. And we'll show you the route along the way.
Roger out.
If you ever wondered why boats coming out of the Virginia and North Carolina ICW have a brown stain on their bows, well, here you go.
Just past the Centerville Turnpike Swing Bridge, and I just wanted to let you guys know that these bridges are timed a half hour apart, and if you maintain 10 knots in between the landing, the Centerville, and the Great Bridge, you can time them perfectly at 10 knots. If you go 20 knots, you're just going to get there too early and you're just going to sit and wait. you go slower than 10 knots, you're going to miss the next opening and you're going to sit there and wait. So I just keep it at 10 knots and it works out great.
Unless you're a sailboat, then of course you're going probably
Yeah, then you're missing it anyway. So we're watching the sailboat behind us miss it.
Well, they'll just catch the next opening.
But having said that, I've got to pick her up to 10 knots now.
This is the great bridge we're waiting to open. We have about a half-hour wait. So there's this side dock here that you can tie up to if there's room on it.
Now the reason we are waiting, notwithstanding what I had said earlier about timing it right, is that you really need to hit the North Landing Bridge on the hour so that you end up hitting this one on the hour. We hit it on the half hour, so our timing was right, but our beginning time was wrong. So we ended up here on the half hour, and now we have to wait for the hour for it to open. When you're coming southbound, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure you get to this bridge on the, it opens on the hour. When you get there, you'll be timed all the way through. But when you're coming from the south, try to hit the North Landing Bridge on an hour. Wow.
Peeking over. Hi.
We are here at the Waterfront Marina in downtown Norfolk. A great location. It was a pleasant trip up the ICW. We even ran into a follower of our YouTube channel over at the Great Bridge. That was kind of cool. And it was maybe 3-4 hour journey. It wasn't overwhelming. We're happy to take a little shorter cruise once in a while so we can get into town early enough to relax and have some fun. The marina we are in right now has the most perfect location. However, our boat is really way too big to be in here. And in fact, I think this may have been the second most difficult place I ever had to dock. Second maybe only to Riviera Beach last year. And the reason is it's a good marina, it's a great location, but it's not really meant for 65-foot boats. And although they fit me here, and there's current, there's wind, I had to zigzag my way in. I made it in just fine. Tomorrow I need to turn around and get out of here. And fortunately, this marina is almost empty. But had this marina been full, I would not have had the room that I needed to turn around, and I would have had to back out of here, and it would have been not fun anyway. However, having said that, you can't beat this location. This is like being in downtown Savannah or even in Philadelphia, where we are right in the heart of things. So we're looking forward to getting changed, freshened up, throw some clothes on, and we're going to go explore town. We'll see you there.
Actually, if they put us outside, that would have been great. And we saw a lot of big boats every time we passed here on the outside. I think they thought they were doing us a favor by bringing us in closer.
Well, I just saw, since we've been here, about a 100-foot, what do you call that, a sailboat just came in here, and he's taking up a good chunk of that outside bulkhead.
Oh.
So maybe they have another 1 or 2 coming, I don't know.
Oh.
Anyway, we're happy to be here. I'll worry about it in the morning.
All right. Let's show you the town. Roger out.
Cheers.
This place is called St. Bernard's Head?
Yeah, St. Germain's.
Oh, St. Germain. But it's a pretty place, and their food is top notch, so I recommend coming here.
Yeah, that was weirdest thing I ever ate. I love frangois, cotton candy school. Frangois inside of cotton candy. That was strange. It tasted good. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. That was strange.
Good morning, everyone. We're having scrapple and eggs this morning for breakfast, and I know some of our viewers from all over the place, and you probably never heard of scrapple. It is definitely a Philadelphia thing. If you ever get the chance to try it. But don't ask what's in it before you try it. Just try it first. Breakfast for a captain. All ready. Scrapple, over easy eggs, and toast. Bon appetito.
You hit the right spot, being somewhere between 9 and 17 feet, it looks like.
And that's like here? Or
Yeah.
no, here?
Yeah, it's a medium blue.
Okay. The anchored spot is right outside that other marina that's across the way from the water. This whole area here is anchored.
Yeah, as long as you're outside the channel, it looks like.
Oh, cool. This bridge that is out here that looks like it just drops off to the ocean, well, it doesn't. It's actually a tunnel that goes underneath that goes all the way over to here. He thinks I'm making it up. I'll show you the map. That gray line in the middle is the tunnel.
I just got hailed by an aircraft carrier. Kind of cool. The USS Baton is stationed here at Norfolk, and apparently it's coming in. And I was heading up the channel, and they hailed me to advise that they were going to be cutting across me to go into their slip, I guess, wherever they're at, and directed me to take a go around them wide to starboard, which of course I did. But it was kind of cool being hailed by an aircraft carrier. We are still in the harbor now. We're getting ready to leave and head back out into the Chesapeake, and we're going to shoot across to Cape Charles. We just spent the night here in Norfolk. Did a little restaurant hopping, met a couple of people along the way, and had some fun. We like the town. Where we're going now, we went last year, and we only had a short stay there, and we said when we come back we're going to stay at least 2 days. So that's the plan now. We have 2 days booked over at, I think they're calling it the Oyster Bay Marina now. It seems to have changed names. So we're going to be there for, what's it, today's Friday and Saturday night. And we're looking to have some fun and meet some people and check out the town.
It's a tricky going in too, because I think it's 5 feet and we are 4.8.
Yeah, it's. I know last year I had a little bit of an issue because I couldn't really tell what they wanted me to do with the path. I think I have it down now this year. I think I understand the way it's marked, but you do have to be careful. In either case, we kind of planned this around high tide. That way, in case I do make a mistake, I get a little room for error. So we should arrive there somewhere around noon, perhaps. And high tide, I think it's 11:30, so we should be pretty close to it. See you there.
Rider out.